Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Kiawah.
Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. What a story brewing here at the 103rd PGA Championship, Kiawah Island, South Carolina, and the Ocean Course. Phil Mickelson is trying to become the oldest major champion ever at the age of 50. 5 under 31 on his backside today, and he posts 69. There he is, tied with Louis Oosthuizen. Brooks Koepka is looming. With Phil Mickelson, you always wonder about the legends. Do they have one more? Jack Nicklaus had one more at the age of 46, winning the 1986 Masters. Tiger, one more, winning the Masters in 2019. Now Phil Mickelson on the cusp of doing something very special as we head to the weekend with an outstanding leaderboard here at Kiawah Island.
So I had a few shaky strokes on the greens on 16, 17, 18 where I eased into it a little bit, left it short on 16, didn't hit it hard enough on 17 and missed it, and then made a terrible stroke on 18. And I made some adjustments, and when I made that 4-footer for birdie on 2, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it was the first one that went. And I made a 15-footer for par on 3, and I just started to see things differently with the putter. I made a lot of good putts thereafter.
Patience, attitude, we hear this all the time at a major championship. How effective is that here on this Ocean Course?
This is really a fun challenge because with the wind and the demand tee to green, it's really a difficult challenge. But it's so fair because of the softness of the greens, where you can see the edge. There's not fall-offs where you don't really know where the edge is, and around the holes, it's soft enough to where even with it blowing, and the wind is going to affect the ball and move it to the side, but it's soft enough where it's not going to run off a fall away and roll 15 feet away. It'll just go a couple extra feet. So it's difficult, but it's a very fair test.
When we were talking in Charlotte, you said you were trying to focus on being focused. How effective are you right now?
So the challenge as I've gotten older is being able to keep my focus throughout the round and visualize clearly the shot I want to hit and stay present. And I've been trying to elongate that. And as I've been able to focus longer and longer throughout the round, I've been able to see progress in my scores. And I might go out and play 36 or 45 holes and try to focus on every shot, so that when I just play 18, it feels like it's not as much. Or I might try to spend extra time and see how long I can meditate for, like on my off days, and just get my mind working like a muscle and trying to stretch it back out to where it used to be, at least. And it's been a challenge, but it's gone well the first 2 days, and I think my brother has done a great job of judging the wind and pulling clubs based on when you have this much wind, and judging the wind and the trajectory of the shot and how much it's going to affect it. It's a real challenge. He and I have done a really good job, and we've had a lot of shots pin high.
Final thing, you've been looking very strong through 36 holes. Is there anything you want to do better heading into the weekend?
I just want to stay sharp. Just want to stay. I know that I'm playing well, and so I'm looking forward to the weekend. How I can't have any more fun than to go into the weekend knowing I'm playing well with an opportunity and being in contention. And I'm excited and looking forward to it. But just staying, having a good, clear picture of each shot is all I want to do.
I drove it really well, and I felt like I think I struck it really well. Irons was on song, and I'd never try to force a number out of a club. I would always go with the more club and swing it easier to control the ball flight. And I know I'm rolling it nicely on the greens. I just need to give myself opportunities, but it was tough today to try and do that, but somehow I just kept it all together.
Generally when we see you play, I don't know what's happening inside, but you're smiling and you're walking around with a very somewhat optimistic attitude. Is that happening out here for you on this golf course?
Yeah, I think when you're playing well, it is, but you can easily lose your sense of humor on this golf course. But no, look, it was tough. Starting off one, I knew I had 4 holes where I really need to grind it out and somehow give myself just any 2 putts for par to go through it. And I actually made 2 birdies on those first 4 holes. And then knowing I'm going to have 9 holes downwind to really score. And, I did everything sort of right today. And unfortunately, a little bogey on 18, but probably one of the best 3-irons hit for my second, and it just went through the green. But yeah, it was just a good day.
Final thing, you know how to win a major championship. At this point in your career, how important of a goal is it for you to have another one on your resume?
I mean, having one is great. Having a second one will be even better.
Just ball struck my way around this place. Didn't putt well, but drove it a lot better than I did yesterday, so I'm pleased with that. But definitely struck my irons very well, controlled the flights, controlled the shapes, especially with the wind, making sure it was either, working towards the flag or away from trouble or whatever it might be. But it's just tough to putt. That front nine, I don't know, for whatever reason, I felt like the wind was kind of blowing the blade around a little bit, and just didn't get settled, really, with the putter. It felt good. My speed was a little bit off, too. The balls were coming out on line. They never seemed to really get too far past the hole, but at the same time, I didn't really want a 3-footer in the wind.
Given your record in major championships, you seem to thrive not only at a major, but when it's a tough major championship. How much of an advantage mentally do you feel like you have in that department?
Big one.
Why?
I don't know. I live for it. That's what I like. It gets my attention. I show up focused. I don't take a second off. I feel like the whole week, you can even see it even when I'm back at home. Everybody that's on my team, that's at the house, they probably see it. It's just focused, locked in all the time, and don't let up. And I'm here to win. I'm not here to finish second.
Just trying to stay alive out there, to be quite honest. I think I definitely preferred, starting on the front side today. I think yesterday when we started on 10, from 14 onwards, 14 till the fourth hole, it was just such a grind, and fortunately I got off to a good start. But today, kind of broke it up, wind in, wind down, and then all the way down and then coming in back again. So you kind of knew that final stretch was going to play tough. But I want to say even with that bad couple of holes, I still got the most out of my round. I hit some shots where I shouldn't have, and I made some up and down. So, I'll take it. I'm exactly where anybody would want to be going into the weekend.
I think most of the people can see how tough it is out there. Yeah, it's a brutal golf course. It plays long, really windy as well. Yeah, I just had a better ball striking day today than what I had yesterday. So I gave myself a lot more looks, and my putter is heating up nicely. So hopefully I can keep that going for the next couple of days.
Played pretty well despite the conditions. I didn't take advantage of 10 and 11, which kind of throttled my momentum a little bit. And unfortunately, golf is a game of momentum. And 13 hit 2 good shots there, and it bounced 1 yard short of the green and didn't bounce up next to the hole, and had a 30-footer consequently. And 14 should have hit 7-iron. Should have made sure I was a little short, and just hit a 6-iron, went too long left, and got absolutely into no man's land. Had to get out there and make it save a bogey. And then I actually hit it pretty well coming in. It's just the ball didn't seem to want to go in the fairway or go on the green. Despite 17, I hit it unbelievable on that hole.
So heading to the weekend, and classics we know are not made in 36 holes in this sport, but it does feel like something's brewing here. Golf course, the leaderboard, the weather, it's all good, really good. PGA Championship, the season's second major from South Carolina.